Hey, no vex. No vex. No vex.
No
like,
vex.
Yeah, no vex.
Hey guys, this is No Vex, presented by Naija Nation. It's your girl, Faith, aka Auntie Faith, the one and only, period. And I'm here with...
Chidi, what's good, y'all? What's going on, man?
Like I said before, this is No Vex, presented by Naija Nation. The goal of this podcast is to create a safe space for Nigerians and Africans in general, okay, inclusivity, everybody's welcome here, just to discuss, prevalent news, gossip, topics that concerns people back home and us here in the diaspora. So that's just what we're here for, right?
Yeah, man, that's what we're here for. There's just a lot to talk about and, a lot to get off the chest, a lot that we all think. A lot that we all think, so yeah, man, let's dive right into it, man. I'm really excited.
Right. Like, when we're thinking, when you have conversations with your friends and you're on the phone, you just start talking about random stuff. And we're like, we need to have a podcast where we can bring those conversations to life and you guys can actually hear what we're talking about, because we will be talking about interesting things.
Yeah, no, really though. Problems, things that we all relate to.
Out of pocket things.
Yeah, nah, for real. Like some PG-13 plus, but nah, yeah, I feel you though.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think we should start talking about what is Naija Nation, because I know all of y'all have heard Naija Nation. You've seen the posts. You've been to Talents of the Diaspora, okay? But what is Naija Nation? Like, who is Naija Nation? Who is it for?
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. I think Naija Nation overall, we're really just a community. Really just trying to engage everybody, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, just the Nigerian community. We're all part of Naija Nation.
We are Naija.
Yeah,
I am Naija Nation, you're Naija Nation.
No, legit. Like, we're legit all Naija Nation. So it's like, whether it's the flag and the green heart on the comments or Naija know they carry last, it's like, we're all just looking to do something bigger than ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, our parents all came over here from, like, Nigeria, right? Like, off the muscle. Like, legit off the muscle with nothing, and like, look at what they made for us. You know what I mean? So,
honestly,
it's just like all of us born in the diaspora, it's kind of like, let's all really unite everything that we got, all of our power, everything that that we're striving for, and like, let's just like take off and really just take over.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the green flag, the green heart and the flag, I feel like everybody waits for that. I be waiting for that when I become posting a picture. Like, what's Naija Nation gonna comment? Where's my flag and my green heart? Because it's giving y'all love us.
Yeah, no, for sure. Nah, even me, I be posting. I'm like, okay, like I'm waiting on it.
I'm waiting on it. You waiting on. We all waiting on it. So Naija Nation, next time I post, I need that green heart and flag. Naija flag, okay? Nah,
for sure, on me. Yeah, overall, Naija Nation, like I think the long game is like something that, because like, as Nigerians, right? Yeah. Like we're really a niche audience. A bunch of, there's so many companies that try to engage Nigerian audiences, because at the end of the day, we're like some of the most successful immigrants, right? Whether it's through yeah, no, legit, like literally like stats type, right? Whether it's through like money, economics that we're bringing in. So it's just kind of like, us having that community that we can really like always relate back to. Like, I think that, like they have Naija Nation's a great team of people, you know what I mean? So I just think like continuing to build, I just think, we can all just really do that.
I think the thing that people need to remember, like, it's for the community, by the community. It's for all of us. We are all Naija Nation. This is for us. Like, we want to create a community where we can all be together, especially for people in our generation. Like, just a space for us to be together and talk about different things and just, like, come together, do a talent event that just happened. Even cook together. Like, there's so many different things that we could do together, because we're all far from home.
Right.
Like, we're far from home, so we need a place where we can all gather and be together. Whether it's going to be online or even in person. Because, Naija Nation is trying to have in-person events now.
Yeah, no, for sure. We literally, like, the talent show the other day, right? Talent show the other day, we had Talents of the Diaspora.
That was fun.
That was lit. It was lit. It was, anybody that's watching, anybody that was there, it was lit. If you weren't there, we're gonna all have it in different cities. So
matter of fact, comment down if you were there. In the Instagram post, comment down.
And comment where you want the next city to be. But the first show, it was honestly like, it was so great. I was working the event. I was really just like in such shock. I was like, man, like, see, this is community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, this really feels good.
Yeah.
Like there are legit people here that are meeting each other, like networking. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's really what it's all about. I feel like it's not all about, going to turn up, popping bottles like 042 or 419.
Not 419,
but you get what I'm saying? Like,
let's not mention 419.
Yeah.
Let's not say we want to collect money from them here. Let's not do that.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, that talent show, it was really that really like opened my eyes. I was like, wow, like this is a really great team. You know,
no,
like,
I enjoyed it. I was there, and it was so fun. Like, there was people that weren't even black.
Right.
That were there. And they were like everybody was just having fun, chill, like listening to good performers.
Yeah.
And they were all really great. And like, that just leads me to say, like, why are we still going to the club when we could just be doing events like this?
Yeah, like that, like mixer events, like
networking events. Like,
yeah, no, for
don't
sure.
talk to me about jobs. Don't try to hit on me. Like, why you trying to hit on? Get me a job. Give me somewhere I can make money so I can stop being a 419.
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
Not even. Let's not like that. I'm outside of the club because, you know, it's tiring.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I definitely feel you. Yeah, like even the networking events, like karaoke nights, like just fun things, you know what I mean, that like people do like, because like nationwide, right, it's like we're all looking for just an outlet, you know, and like we all work these long hours, we all like have gone through the same exact thing with our parents. You know, our parents be on our ass, right, at the end of the day, but it's for a benefit, you know what I'm saying? It's for a benefit. That's why I think Nigerians are so successful, because, you know, our parents were on our ass, like really developing. That drive. No, literally, like really developing us, like growing up. It's kind of like, bro, like it's unexchangeable. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, definitely like producing events like that. That's definitely in the near future. So
and I feel like other states, they get to have more fun than we do in California. Low key. Oh, yeah, like Houston, people in Houston, they turn up and they actually have events. Like, not just Nigerians, but people, like Africans in general. Right. They have events where they can all come together and do networking, different things.
Right.
And like just be together. But I feel like in California, that's missing.
Right.
It's missing. All I see is posters and flyers of like, come to this party, come over here, let's do this party, do this club, like. But there's no place for us to just be together and do something other than that. Yeah,
no, legit. Like, and that's where that community-centric like aspect comes in, truthfully. And like, you know, me and Faith, we're based here in California, but
Cali,
I mean, like, our entire team is really scattered out. You know, the Naija Nation team is scattered throughout the United States. Some are in the DMV, some are in New York. I'm jealous. I've been to New York. You ever been to New York?
Nope. Never? I want to go I want to go to New York, but everybody says it's dirty.
Yeah.
And I don't like dirt. I don't like rats.
Right. Oh yeah. If you don't like rats.
Sorry, for all you people watching that from New York, I heard it was dirty. And they're saying that, and I don't like dirt. I don't like rats. Like.
Right.
Y'all can stay there though.
Nah, yeah.
Don't come over here to California. Don't come to LA. It's too populated. Sorry.
No, on me. Yeah, no, but what was I? Yeah, even
you talking about New York?
Nah, yeah, even with with our team being scattered and like us being like located out here in the in Cali, it's kind of like you're right. You know what I mean? Like here is really, instead of the networking, instead of the actual community, which Naija Nation, which we're all about building, it's more about going out, clubbing, the enjoyment. Right?
Enjoyment. We like to enjoy 5G, yes. Right. We love that. But it's also like sometimes it's good to just be with your people. And the main goal is not enjoyment. The main goal is just community.
Yeah.
Like just being together.
Safe space. A safe space.
A safe space. Yeah. And when we talk about safe space, do we include other African countries in the safe space?
That's true. No, that's really, I feel like
when we have events, is it like I'm obviously yes, let it be open to others, but should we have events where it's just Nigerians?
I do think so. Like truthfully, I really do think so, only because like you need to know your own before you can build on with anybody else. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like people like always try to jump a gun and be like, oh, let's all just unite.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't just be a big melting pot of like so many different cultures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like even like let's just like on that melting pot note, like Nigerian itself like is too big of a melting pot. If you really think about it, right? Like
so many different ethnicities.
No, literally, like Nigeria has like 150. Like, don't get me wrong. What is it? Let me not say your wrong number.
Don't go fact check me. That's not right.
Fact check me. But it has like the second most like spoken languages in one location.
Yeah.
So like, just even think about it. Like, there's the north. There's like the
south, the east.
Southeast. Yeah. So it's just kind of like it's too big of a melting pot. Just like seeing tragic things like the Biafran War happen just because of that. Like the Igbos try to secede. It's kind of like, man. Melting pot.
But melting pot is still a pot. You can still add other people to the melting pot.
That's true.
Like I still feel like it should be open to other people, because we can't just close it off and be like Niger's only, like we are only gonna have events for us, by us. Right. I understand that, but I also feel like we should be able to have it open. If other people from other countries want to join us in those events, or even that community itself, like why not?
Yeah.
I understand the point of having the community for us alone, but it's also like why not?
That's true. No, for sure. And I think like Nigerian culture is like so. Don't get me wrong.
It's diverse.
No, it is.
Very
diverse. And it's so prominent in like today's society. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when people think African, people think Nigerian. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but let's not anger anybody.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Hey, no vex. Like, yeah,
exactly.
no vex. No vex. But it's just real though. You know, like when people think of African culture, they do think like it just does relate to Nigerian. When they think of African food, it's fufu.
Afro beats.
Yeah, Afro beats. All the Nigerian artists.
Right.
But to go back to what you did say about the melting pot, I do think that obviously that's one of our long-term goals is to like really bridge the gap. You know what I mean? Bridge the gap between Black culture, Nigerian, and African. Because at the end of the day, like we're all one.
We're all one.
Like we're literally all one. Just because like we don't know, some people don't know where they're from. Yeah. It's really unfair.
Yeah. It is. It's unfortunate. Yeah, it is. But also, like you said, I think I still agree with the fact of creating something just for us, by us. But then also just being open to other people coming to join us as well. And that also includes in the clubs, everybody else, people from all over join us. Let's meet new people.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely, man. Me personally, like just a little bit of background on me, right? Okay. My name's Chidi. I went to Idaho State. I played basketball, Division I.
Okay, athlete.
A little bit, not to, what I'm saying, but, I played basketball and like, when I was in Idaho, there wasn't really clubs like that. So I was never really used to going to the club. So I got back, right? So I graduated during COVID.
Right.
And, I got back and obviously everything was closed. But then when the clubs opened back up, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna start going out. I'm gonna start like hitting the scene. Cause that's when I was really like indebted in the culture. Like I feel like over COVID, I really like did research and like.
Not research on the club.
No, research on research.
Now you saying best clubs in LA.
Nah. Research on like Nigerian, like our background, the heritage.
Well, that's okay. Not you spending your quarantine researching your country.
It's only right.
I'm not just eating.
Nah. So like even at that, it's just kind of like, and then I went. Like that's the thing. I went and like I don't smoke, I don't drink. You know what I mean? So like I would go and it's kind of like that's just the entire vibe. Like I feel like back in the day when I used to like go to house parties, turn up like 2016, 17, like people would go to the club to dance. But it's like we're in a different world now. We're in a digital age to where it's like people are going to the club.
People on their phone.
No, the phone.
People on
that's
their
what I'm saying.
Like we're supposed to be dancing. We're having music and you're over here like scrolling on Instagram while you're dancing, like what? What's the point? How do you meet people if you're scrolling on Instagram?
Yeah.
Or even on Twitter, like tweeting while you're at the club where you're supposed to be, engaging with others.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's part of the. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do be checking my email.
Now you check emails. Okay, that's even worse than Instagram.
No, but like overall though, like with that being said, I'm just kind of like, it's not. And how much it costs? You know what I mean? I feel like the club
price tickets.
Yeah, the club
it's taxing.
It costs like $40 to get. People are charging $40 to get in.
Especially for you guys, girls. Not that expensive. They can double it for guys.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it's like $40 to get in, $60 at the door. I'm like, bro, do you want me to enjoy myself, or are you just trying to make a
No, it's when they say 10 before 11. And then you get there before 11, but they're like, oh, but you didn't get to the front of the line before 11. Make that make sense.
Wait, so that's my thing. So like, as a woman, like, why would you not like the club? Like, you get in for free. Don't guys buy you drinks?
Not all the time.
So like
not all the time you get in for free, but most times, you can finesse it. Get in for free. Yeah. I think it's also like I said, for me, people being on their phones. I'm like, if you're not gonna talk to people, But then also, some people are just creepy. Low-key.
Oh, like guys?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And it's just like, the way they approach you, it's so like...
So it's like, do you like being approached?
They don't approach you where it's like, oh, trying to get to know you. It's more like, oh, hey, sexy. It's like...
I get what you're saying. But like, wouldn't you rather like know somebody's like direct intentions though? Like, if that's your like...
Yes. Okay, you're right. I would. But then also it's like, there's a way you can go about saying it. Respectfully, there's a way you can go about saying it. You don't have to touch me in order for me to know that, oh, you want to get to know me.
Yeah.
And touch my arm, like personal space, but we can still talk,
Yeah.
So it's just like that type of vibe, I think, is where I'm like, it's too much. People being on their phones. And even also, like, I'm a people's person. I like to talk. I like to get to know people. Yeah. I can't really do that in the club. There's music. It's loud. I'm like, oh, yeah, what's your name? I can't hear you. At that point, we have to go, like, outside to even talk.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's really no point for that. So that's just me personally. I do know, like, a lot of my friends, they do like going to parties, the club, they just like having fun and just being chill there and, meeting new people. But I think it just depends on your personality, who you are as a person, and like what type of vibe you like.
Yeah, and like that's my thing. Like I'm not against the club. I'm not completely shutting out the club because like me, like I'm really like extroverted. You know what I'm saying? I like to dance. Right. I like to sing. You know, okay.
You gonna show some dance moves?
Nah, I don't know about right now. But if y'all come to the wherever the next talent show is, you know, be sure to pull up.
Chidi's talent is dancing, y'all.
Wherever the next talent show is, be sure to pull up. But yeah, that being said, I'm just kind of like. It's cool, you know. It's cool if you like that type of vibe. Like if you like drinking, if you like doing X, Y, and Z. So I'm not just like shutting anything out, you know. So I mean, you know, to each their own. To each their own. But I do think that along with the club, I do think that we should have just, you know, which is what Naija Nation is, you know, gonna do with our community, right? Like we should have different things, different events, different places nationwide that we can go to. So.
Yeah, other things for us to do as a community other than the club. So for those of us who don't like the club, we can go to those events, and for those of you that do, you can go to the club. But I think that's it for today's episode. Hope you guys liked it. Now you know what No Vex is, who we are. And like we said, if you don't like anything that we said, please no vex. But come back the next episode and hear more.
Right, yeah. We'll be back. Peace.